Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are here today, finally back in the D&A series, which is Depression and Anxiety series. It has been a very long time since I have opened up this save file, and look, me in The Sims is totally representing me in real life right now. How convenient. She's all like, ugh, tense, headache, ow, and I'm like, ugh, tense, headache, ow, in the real world as well, because I have a massive tension headache and I have had for about 4 days, driving me slightly mental. So I thought I'd play some Sims, maybe cheer myself up. Why I picked to play this series instead of one that's a bit more fun, a bit more ha 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 light-hearted, I don't know, but we're here now, so let us crack on with the series. So here I am being all like, oh my god, ugh, so annoyed, stress, yep, relatable, so relatable. And then I'm getting not used to the cameras again, and it's all thundery and stormy outside, which in the real world I very much enjoy. Apparently SimMe is just like, nope, disagree. We have a tiny little Lily out in this rain here, looking very cute, paddling her way back to the house. And that looks like, is that Yara there? Yep, there is that Sumi or Yara? That's Yara. So then we got little Yara here, playing with Sumi, I'm guessing. Yep. I remembered their names, you me, except for Lily's. I remembered Yara and Sumi. And then I am over here cooking something. How fun. Oh yes, repeated burning down of the things happened last time, so I'm going to have to replace that. I'm going to have to replace that. I'm going to have to figure out a way to clean that. Sean is currently asleep, so I will leave him to that. What are you two up to? Anne is yet again naked in the rain, not looking too happy about it though, but you know, she does love to be a free spirit in the nude, in the rain. And then Debbie is smelly and sleeping, which is pretty accurate for when you're depressed. I can relate to that too, Debbie. I've been feeling that way a lot lately myself. Yep, gross but real, guys. There's days where I'm just like, why shower? What's the point? I'm just gonna stay in bed all day and hide from the world because the world is meh, and I feel meh. So the safest place is in bed. I'm in a bit of a weird mood, not gonna lie. I've been going to therapy, shut up the phone a lot lately. I go every Monday at the moment. I think I have like 4 more sessions left. I've already been to 4. I only get 8 because of the way the NHS works, but I get it for free because of the way the NHS works, so I'm not going to complain too much. So I have 4 more free sessions. Is that one of my kittens in the rain? What are you doing? You're fine. It is one of my kittens in the rain. Where are you going? Get back in the house, you tiny lunatic. Though you are adorable. Look at it go. Woohoo! That's adorable to watch whilst we're waiting anyway. Whilst I'm complaining, I should say, really. What are you doing? Oh, where is he going? I don't like it. Soon come back to me, boy. I like to call him over. Oh, we're in the scary roads and things, and it's raining and horrible, and we don't like it. Just come home. Please. But I have some good news as well. In the God, turn around. I'm calling you. Turn around. There you go. That's better. I feel a bit safer than going back. But yeah, so we're going to therapy. That's been fun. That's sarcasm. It's been hard. It's been good, but hard. I might go into detail a bit about why it's been hard. I don't know. We'll see how the episode progresses. Is that the right word? Progresses? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. And the good news is, as soon as I get my hallway finished painting and floored, which is very soon, it's almost finished painting, which means we can then get it floored, yippee! And I get my office finished, which is just good in general, because I need my office, because recording at the front of the house is just the worst at the moment. It's so noisy, and all the kids are like back at school, so I picked a stupid time of the day to record, around 3/4, where they're all coming back from school, so all the parents are driving, there's loads of doors slamming, loads of alarms going off, there's loads of kids screaming in the street. Picked a great time to do a lot of bulk recording, didn't I? But it's like, I have the NGs to do it right now, so we're doing it. But once my office is finished, there'll be less of that, because I'll be further into the house where there's less noise from the front. I don't know what the noise is like from the back yet. I'm sure we'll find out once my office space is set up and we're moved into there. But once that's all done, then Imogen can come live with me, which means I might add her to the household here now, because it's so freaking magical. How would I go about doing that? Let's see, where am I? I am here being stressed on a computer. Oh my god, it's like real life. How weird. But yeah, I'm going to go in, I'm going to add Imogen, explain a bit more to those who don't know. Imogen is my cat. I have 2 cats technically, but they don't live with me because they live with my parents. One of them is Tilly, one of them is Imogen, so I think we can just find her in the gallery. We want to go to my gallery. That was beautiful work, people. Well done. I just want to go to my library. I don't think I've uploaded Imogen. Maybe I have? I don't think I have though. It'd be good if they were separate though from humans, which I don't think they are, but we can check. Oh, here we go, my cat's IRL. Yep. So, I only want to add Imogen, and I don't know if I can do that because I've got too many people in my household. But anyway, I'll just show you her and I'll add her in a bit, maybe for the next episode. But this is Imogen! She looks so grumpy, but it's so accurate, to be honest. This is Imogen, and this is Matilda. Matilda, who goes by Tilly, is technically my mum's cat, and then Imogen is technically my cat. We bought them at the same time because they are in fact sisters. But they don't really like each other, gonna be honest. We've kind of come to agreement on that. They don't really like each other that much. One of them has the upstairs territory in my mum's house, whilst the other one has the downstairs as territory in the house, and then they sort of like share the kitchen and share the garden because they don't really have other choices, because the kitchen's where the food is and the garden's the garden, and they both go outside a lot. Well, I say they both go outside a lot. Tilly goes outside a lot more than Imogen does, which is another reason why she's okay to come live with us. But yeah, so that's exciting. Imogen's going to be moving in as soon as my office and stuff is finished, so she has like her little safety room for her to get used to the house. It'll stink of me and Sean anyway, and not in like a gross we smell kind of way, in literally like 2 animals scent kind of way. So that's all good. So yeah, so it's already gonna smell like us. She'll be fine. She loves Sean. She probably won't want to stay in the safety room and will want to come sleep in the bed with us, because that's what she always does. She gets super excited anytime I visit mum's and like tries to lead me up back into my old bedroom to be like, come and snap with me, just come nap and let's cuddle, it'll be amazing. But I never do because I don't live there anymore. Bless her. So she gets, you can do some laundry. I know I'm not really meant to make you do things. Well, first you can search pockets, and then you can do laundry, and then to the washing machine, and you can mop, you can clean the bath, you can do all those things. Thanks, John. Just so good. But yeah, so Imogen can come live with us, and I'm super excited. Our garden is very small, not very exciting, which is why Tilly wouldn't want to live here anyway, because she loves Mum and Dad's garden. It's like a big expanse, very long, and it attaches on to like fields and stuff, so it's all very jungly, and she likes exploring. Whereas Imogen's not as bothered. Imogen is very much like a people cat. Like, she wants to be around humans, her humans obviously. She wants cuddles, she likes chatting to people. Like, well, I say chatting, she can't quite meow, she goes like meep meep meep, so she likes mipping at people. So she's gonna come live with me, and I'm gonna feel so much better in one way because I'll have my cat back finally, and I really miss her, so that's good news. The schmeh news is obviously the therapy is bringing up a lot of not so great emotions at the moment. I just realised I don't have my headphones on, so I can't hear what's going on in the game. There we go, that was thunder, woohoo! I'll just put my headphones on, so that solved that problem. But yeah, so therapy's been a bit, not great. Which one are you? Sumi, get back in the house, you lunatic! You tiny lunatic. I know you're scared of thunder. Who's available? I will be in a second, so I will come and I will hug you, and I will pet calmingly, and I will give you laser pointer time. I don't know, what will we do? Talk to you, maybe that'll help you feel better. I just don't want them going outside. I should probably oh, exceptions, that's not good. Let me just see about this. If I go doors up and go lock for all pets, then they can't go up the front, but they can go up the back, which is much safer for them, and how it would be if I actually fostered kittens, so I probably should have done that in the first place. My bad. So yeah, they can play in the garden, but they can't go out the back, I mean the front anymore, which is scary and unsafe for the little ones, so... but yes, also my office room, once that's finished setting up and the rest of the house is sort of more towards the finished side of things, I could possibly go into the kitten fostering for real, which is what I really want to do, so that's very exciting. It's also on the plus side of things. I'm looking into volunteering with hedgehogs in a hedgehog sanctuary with my friend, so that would be pretty cool. And I have a friend, guys, how amazing. Amazing, yeah, how amazing is that I have a friend? We're in the real world, in my own area. wow. I have like internet friends, which are real friends, also in the real world, but it's different when you have a friend close by, which I don't normally have, so that's a miracle. But yeah, so we're thinking of going into Hedgehog, like, sanctuary, volunteering together, which would be pretty cool. She's also given me some links to places where I could go and do work with cats, which is also very good. There's also the RSPCA where I can go and do some volunteering, possibly, with cats, and there's even like apparently a woman who used to go there for like 2 hours every other day and she'd just sit there and cuddle cats. I can do that. I'm quite happy to do that. And also to get me out of the house than feeling all trapped and housebound. Keeping an eye on you, Debbie. I know what you are like when it comes to Sean. Your little sad droopy minx. Look, real me's coming to keep an eye on you as well. I'm going to do some litter box cleaning in this house. But yeah, so that's all like the good stuff out the way. The therapy has been mentioned where it's a bit schmeh, not great. Why are your plants dying, Sean? Come look after them, please. What is wrong with... Is this one dead? No. What does it need? I don't know. It just looks very black and unhappy, so... Well, not great. And you can come and weed this one. You probably all need fertilizing. Aw, look, you're getting chased by Sumi. So cute. Oh, he wants to use the litter box, and you can clean that once he's finished, and you can also... Oh, sorry, you need to pee, and then you can pee, and then you can clean that one as well. You can pee first. Sorry. And then clean. There you go. Oh, and there's that one as well, which I forgot about. Clean all the boxes. What was I saying? So yes, therapy been a bit not great. Had to bring up a lot of bad stuff. Basically, she's taken me right back to when I was born, which no therapist has ever done before, and we're doing a timeline of like everything, so we can see where traumatic things might have happened, like what sort of coping mechanisms I learnt as a child to avoid these things or whatnot. That was a bit glitchy, weird, and all that stuff, and sort of how I can get out of those patterns now that I'm older and I'm an adult and I need to learn new ways of doing it because I'm still doing the ways as a child, which is how everyone works. But obviously when you're a child, if you're learning these mechanisms on your own, you're not going to learn them correctly, you're not getting guided, you're going to make mistakes, and then you're going to continue those mistakes on into adulthood. Why is Sean on fire? Because he got electrocuted. You can have a shower. In fact, have a bath. Have a bubble bath. You don't like them in real world, but Sim probably likes them, and then you can go feel better. And no, you don't have to keep doing that. It's fine. You got struck by lightning. We don't want that to happen again. But anyway, so yeah, we've done the timeline. We're only up to age 17. I am currently 9 years older than that, so we've got a long way to go, and that's in 4 sessions that we've reached age 17. So, but it's very weird to do this sort of timeline thing. I've found out various things that I didn't really ever think of before, one of which I don't mind sharing, is my birth was very traumatic, and I never really thought of it that way, like for me and for my parents, and I'd never really like properly taken it in. Like I knew what had happened, I knew it wasn't great, I knew there was complications and so on and so forth, but I never really thought that like I was born with cortisol flowing through me from the start, which is the stress hormone in your body, or the stress chemical, not hormone, sorry, the stress chemical in your body that makes you feel all very anxious and horrible. So that's not great. So I was literally born with it, because my mum had to have a C-section with me, an emergency one, because they tried to flip me to be in the correct orientation to be born naturally about a month before I was due to be born, because I hadn't done it myself, so they were like, going all up in there and swooshing me about, which I can only imagine was horrendous for my mother anyway. And then that distressed me because I did not like that and I was not ready for that apparently, so I basically needed to be birthed immediately because I was in such stress and whatnot that I was going to possibly die in there. Wouldn't have been great. Never really thought about it in that context till I've just said it then actually, that I would have died if I hadn't. So emergency C-section, popped me out, and then whilst my mum was all like doped up and feeling all like ugh, and whatnot, my dad was holding me, and apparently I started to change colour and I wasn't breathing, and he noticed this and started to stimulate me to keep me alive, which I also didn't know until I spoke to my mum about recently, that he stimulated me and literally kept me alive. That's something that I wasn't aware of. That's quite cool. Thanks for saving me, Dad. Love you. So yeah, and then would like alerted the nurses to like, there's something wrong with this baby, this isn't right, I need you to look into this, please. And they were like, oh, blah, blah, like, all like, oh, well, you know, she's just come out, she might be a different funny colour. And he was like, no, seriously, look at this. So they looked and they realised, yeah, that baby's not breathing properly. And put me in an incubator, and I was in an incubator for, I want to say, a week to 2 weeks. I can't quite remember. All I know is I ruined my sister's birthday, which means I was in there for at least a week, because our birthday is 7 days apart from each other. So sorry, sibling. I've had that held against me in later years in life. It's kind of a joke now, but you know, yeah, I apologise for ruining your 3rd birthday, because Mum was in hospital with me instead of there with her. Yeah, so I know it was at least a week, if not 2 weeks, that I was in an incubator in SCBU, as they call it, which is the, like, what was it? SCBU? I can't remember how you say it now, but it's the baby care unit. So I think it's like the secure baby care unit or something, which is why it's SCBU. So I was in there, or the special care baby care unit, I don't know, something like that. Special care baby unit, maybe, I don't know, but anyway, I was in there for 2 weeks, and yeah, so stressful birth, nearly died twice, fun times. So that was a traumatic experience in itself, and I hadn't even really started life yet, so that's fun. And there's been many other traumatic incidences as I got older, and various things happened, and my family have said it's cool for me to talk about stuff, but I don't know, I'm still feeling like guilty talking about stuff about what happened. But basically there was like, we lived with my family, I can't remember if I've spoken about this before anyway, but I lived with my family as in like extended parts of the family, like grandparents and uncles, in a very large house like for quite a while, from like age 5 to age 19 we lived in a big house together. There was me, my mum, my dad, my sister, and then 2 other people, which then became 3 other people, and we all lived together, and it was fine for like the first couple of years, I think, until I was probably like 8 or 9, and that's when the 3rd person came into the picture and eventually moved in and caused a lot of trauma. And there were certain people who weren't like my immediate family, like mum and dad and stuff, who were like the like sort of extended family part of it, that, oh look, Sean's going off to work to be a gardener, I didn't know that was a thing, like he actually dressed up, that's cute. Bye Sean, please work hard. There we go. So those people got very into alcohol. They were alcoholics. They're no longer alcoholics, but they still have alcohol. They haven't stopped. They haven't like completely stopped, so they do have sometimes more alcohol than they should do, even to this day. Whereas that happened, and they would cause a lot of negativity, a lot of arguments, a lot of upset just in the household. A lot of it ended up being geared towards me as I got older, because that was that person's like indirect way of affecting my parents, because they knew if they used me as a target it would upset my parents more than if they just targeted my parents, because my parents were kind of like, whatevs, we don't care, we're used to it, like, we're adults, get over it. But I was still little, so they were like, let's attack her and make her feel bad, and then she'll be all upset, and then they'll feel bad, and then my drunken state will be like, rah, 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 I feel great. But they didn't, they felt worse, and then when they were sober they hadn't remembered anything that they'd done, which was even worse for you, who was all upset about it, because they were like, what are you on about? I didn't do that. And you're like, you totally did, I'm really upset, what the heck? Like, but, oh, Rosie, don't set the house on fire again. Like, for God's sakes, woman, we just replace it. Oh, he's got an active lesson going on for Sean, that's nice. You can do exercise when you get back. You want to play laser pointer? You can laser pointer with this little one, because I am busy. And you're feeling all energised and wonderful, which is very rare for actual depression, so well done you. What are you up to, Anne? Having an argument with herself in the bathroom. Beautiful. That's a good thumbnail. We'll go for that one. So yeah, anyway, back to the story stuff. So yeah, so they started doing that. That was very unpleasant for me as a child. I then had a lot of bullying going on at school as well, so that was very unpleasant. So like school was a negative place, home was a negative place, I didn't really have anywhere else to go. And then boys got involved in my life when I was a very young age, like I was about 12 when I had like my first boyfriend, and in my eyes it was like we like held hands and like talked to each other on MSN and say nice things to each other and put like X's and smiley faces, so we're boyfriend and girlfriend. But in his mind he was all just like, boyfriend and girlfriend means this, this, this and this, which I was not ready for. So he did things at me, like assaulted me, I will say, which is really hard to say and really weird. Anyway, and that affected me obviously because I was very young. We obviously broke up. It was the only boyfriend I think I ever broke up with, which says a lot. So I broke up with him, didn't see him ever again. Happy days. And then the next boyfriend, I was 13. Again, I should be pressing play and letting things happen. Again, quite young, like very young actually. All in my head like, I'm an adult, I can do adult things, when it's not. It's all just like, I'm actually a kid and I'm just being a bit stupid because everyone else is being adult, so I'm gonna be an adult. And I was not ready for it, which isn't me saying that other younger people, like, you're stupid for thinking you're ready for stuff when you're not. It's not that, it's just everyone goes through that of like, I'm the big I am and I know everything, my parents know nothing kind of phase. And sometimes we learn the hard way, but that's not always true. There are some people who are more mature about certain things. I'm not going to take that away from you guys, but just a heads up, your parents often aren't just like trying to ruin your life, they're actually trying to protect you from a lot of things. My parents weren't aware of a lot of things because I kept a lot of secrets about it, which is very bad. They now feel very bad that because they know everything, and they're just like, why didn't you just come to us? And I was like, because I didn't feel like I could, but which wasn't their fault really. Very complicated. Anyway, so my parents could not protect me because I didn't allow them to protect me by offering them the chance to. So yeah, so just, you know, if bad things happen to you, tell someone who can like do authoritarian stuff about it and get it sorted. Or if you're worried bad things will happen to you and they haven't yet, shush dog wherever you live. Then again, talk to someone about it. Don't just like think, I can deal with this by myself, because you probably can't, and it's not a bad thing to ask for help. It took me years to ask for help and I'm only just getting it now. Sorry, rant about life. But yeah, so second boyfriend, again, stuff that I wasn't prepared for happened. It happened, kind of messed my brain up, and I had this whole life after that of like, I have to do things to make men like me or to make men happy because I don't have, like, I don't know, because if I don't, then I'll be alone and no one will love me and blah 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 blah, and I don't enjoy this thing, but if I do this thing then they'll like me and they won't abandon me like past people have. So that happened a lot, which is bad and sad. So I've been going through that. And then I had the third boyfriend, who was the long-term boyfriend for 8 years, and he joined the military like 2 years into the relationship, and that made things a lot more complicated. And I had this whole thing, like, I think about 4 or 5 years in, I was ready to leave that relationship. I just didn't. Oh, noises. I just didn't because stuff was going on. Sorry, I just got interrupted. But anyway, I was up to the point where he was in the military. That made things a bit more complicated. I was at the point probably 5 years in where I was like, I'm not really happy in this relationship. It's not very good. It's very damaging for me, but I'm kind of stuck here. And then there's the whole aspect of other people being like, wow, you're so amazing and so supportive, and got interrupted again. So I was in the mindset of like everyone being all like, oh, he needs you and you're there for him and it's amazing, and wow, go you for being there whilst he's away and it's a long distance thing and he's in the army and he's doing a tough job and you're there for him, blah 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 blah. So obviously I was like, oh, I have to stay in this relationship because like if I don't, then everyone's gonna hate me and I'm gonna let him down, I'm gonna let everyone else down because I'll no longer be supporting him whilst he's in the army and blah 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 blah. So I felt trapped in that relationship for quite a long time, and it's like I'm talking about it in like a ha 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 kind of way, which is sort of my mechanism to cope. Not the best mechanism, but if it's your mechanism too, then you probably understand. So there was that going on, very lame, not great, and that went on for 8 years, that relationship of very much negative. Like, he enjoyed humiliating me, he hurt me, all sorts of things. He didn't like I say he didn't physically hurt me, he didn't like, you know, punch me or kick me or whatever. It was just other stuff, which is like harder to explain in a more clever way, but it was mostly emotional and mental, with some physical, and that was for 8 years, and that was very hard and very crap. Sorry for using that word, but yeah, that then ended because he broke up with me. Oh, look at me playing with cats to make myself feel better in The Sims. Oh, and I also had a remote in my hand for a second. That was a weird... That's happened twice now, that glitch in my game. Don't know what's going on there. I pick up a cat to use the remote. Interesting. But, yeah, so that was very rough, and it took me at least 2 to 3 years to even tell anyone in my family, like, what actually happened, because I remember my mum being like, I miss insert his name here. And I was just like, well, I don't, because all this stuff happened and I've never talked to you about it or anyone. And she was like, wow, I hate insert his name here. What a terrible person. I wish I could kill him, to be honest, is what she was saying, because she's my mum and she went into like mama bear mode and wanted him dead, which is fair enough, for how he treated me for how long, under her roof as well for most of it. Unaware to her and dad, because she worked long hours and dad was a bit like, you know, he's kind of a loner in a way, so he had like his little office space or his garage, and he was always like away working somewhere, so he didn't really know what was going on. And my sister had moved away to university, so she didn't know anything that was going on. So yeah, complicated times. No one knew stuff was happening to me except me, and I didn't let anyone know. And I need to fix the washing machine now. Please repair, but don't die, because I love you. And that would be real. Oh, look at the babies. Look at the babies. Oh, that makes me feel better. But yes, so that went on for quite a while, fun times, and then, as I said, it took me like 3 years to even admit it had happened, and I'm still dealing with all of that now. That's why I'm in therapy, to deal with all of that, and it was a very traumatic time. And mine isn't like a post-traumatic stress type thing, which some people experience. I know Koffee on YouTube here has talked about hers a little bit, so you should go over and give her some love and support if you haven't already. That's Koffee with a K. She is wonderful and beautiful and deserves all the love and respect and support in the world, and help through this sort of time that she's going through. But mine wasn't a post-traumatic stress disorder, because that's like something where like something big happens that's very stressful, but it happens like BAM and it's there, whereas mine was like prolonged over a long amount of time. So mine's more of a complicated like traumatic disorder, where it went on for a very long amount of time. It wasn't just like a quite like super quick blunt BAM sort of like. Hers was I know that Koffee's was like a hospital related thing, and whoa, don't burn to death, you lunatic. MC dresser, change outfit, which is your hot weather. There you go. Don't die, please. And are you in the right clothing? I can't tell. I'm clicking the wrong things. MC dresser, outfits, hot weather. Yep, you're in hot weather, that's fine. Am I dying? Just Debbie. Just Debbie was burning to death, but she should be good now. Okay, and you can go pee. Jeez, Malcolm, good for you that you're aging up and you're a more appropriate age to hang out with Debbie, but not right now. Meh. I have to finish the video, to be honest. I've got very deep into a lot of things, but in a brief kind of overview kind of way. I can go deeper into it in another video. But anyway, so I have a complicated long-time stress disorder thing that I'm dealing with in therapy, and I know that Koffee's going through a post-traumatic stress disorder type thing, and depression and anxiety, so please go over to her channel and give her some love and attention and good vibes, because that's what we need to spread in this world. It's good vibes, love, blah 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 blah. And I will talk about more of my dramatic childhood in future videos, I'm sure, and we'll add Imogen in somehow. I'll figure out how to add her in, because she's gonna come live with me and it's gonna be magical, and you'll probably hear her in videos meeping her little head off. So that'll be fun. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Shush, outside world, I'm busy. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, which I suppose is very weird to say because I talked about a lot of sad things. But anyway, I hoped this video was somewhat informative, educational, mind-altering, I don't know. But anyway, and feel free to leave likes and comments down below letting me know what you enjoyed, what you'd like to see more of, what you'd like to hear more of, and so on and so forth. Obviously I won't go into mass detail about certain things, but some things I will, and my computer's being crazy, so I better stop filming now. But I hope to see you in the next video. Take care guys, bye bye, and be kind.